Welcome. Today we're exploring the top 4 rare United States of America Washington $quarter coins, each valued for different conditions, key mint marks, and special varieties that collectors are always searching for. From early 90% silver issues and scarce low mintage dates to high-grade uncirculated examples and impressive proof strikes, these quarters can be worth far more than their face value. Condition plays a major role, whether the coin is circulated, lightly worn, uncirculated, or preserved in pristine mint state. Mint marks such as P, D, and S, along with rare no-mint mark varieties and notable errors, significantly affect rarity and collector demand. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America Washington $quarter coin from 1997 with a D mint mark in excellent condition. This coin may seem modern compared to older silver quarters, but it carries history, design beauty, and surprising potential value. The 1997 Washington Quarter belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series that began in 1932. Originally created to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the design became so popular that it continued for decades, becoming one of the most recognizable coins in American pockets. On the obverse, you see the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington. His calm expression and detailed hair design reflect strength and leadership. The word Liberty appears boldly above his head, while "In God We Trust" is positioned to the side. The date 1997 sits clearly below. Just beside the date, you will find the small D mint mark. This letter confirms that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. For collectors, mint marks are extremely important because they help identify production locations and track mintages. In excellent condition, this 1997 D quarter retains strong luster and crisp details. Washington's hair strands are sharp, his facial features are well defined, and the fields around the portrait remain smooth and reflective. Turning the coin over reveals the classic eagle reverse design that was used before the state quarters program began in 1999. A powerful eagle with outstretched wings dominates the center, clutching arrows in its talons to symbolize strength and readiness. Above the eagle's head, the words United States of America curve along the rim, while $quarter is inscribed below. The motto E pluribus unum sits gracefully above the eagle, completing the patriotic imagery. In excellent condition, the eagle's feathers are clear and distinct, especially on the wings and chest. The details in the arrows and olive branches remain visible, making the design visually impressive. The 1997 quarter is composed of a copper core layered with a copper-nickel-clad exterior. This gives it a silver-like appearance while maintaining durability for everyday use. The late 1990s were a time of economic growth and technological change in America. This quarter circulated during the early days of the Internet boom, a period of innovation and optimism. Although millions of 1997 D quarters were produced, condition plays a major role in determining collectability. Coins in excellent condition with minimal scratches and strong luster stand out among heavily worn examples. Collectors often search for mint errors in this year. Off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on incorrect planchets can dramatically increase value and desirability. The reeded edge of the quarter remains sharp in excellent condition. These ridges not only provide texture but also serve as a security feature against counterfeiting. Before the state quarter series began in 1999, the Washington quarter design remained consistent for decades. The 1997 issue represents one of the final years before that historic change in American coinage. For collectors building complete Washington quarter sets, the 1997 D coin is an essential piece. It fills an important place in the timeline of the series. The shine of an excellent condition coin adds strong eye appeal. Under proper lighting, the surfaces may reflect beautifully, highlighting the depth of the design. Many people overlook modern quarters, assuming they have little collectible value. However, coins in high grades or with rare errors can surprise even experienced collectors. The Denver Mint is known for producing high-quality strikes, and many 1997 D quarters show excellent detail when preserved carefully. As time passes, coins from the 1990s gradually become more nostalgic. They represent a pre-digital era when physical currency dominated everyday transactions. Collectors appreciate coins in excellent condition because they preserve the artistry intended by the designers. The sharp lines and bold features showcase the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Examining this coin under magnification may reveal subtle die characteristics or minor doubling that could add interest. Careful inspection is always worthwhile. The Washington quarter design itself symbolizes leadership and unity. George Washington's presence on the coin has remained a constant in American coinage for generations. Because 1997 was just before the launch of the 50-state quarters program, this issue marks the closing chapter of the traditional eagle reverse era. Even though it is not made of silver like pre-1965 quarters, its historical context gives it lasting importance in the series. Collectors who focus on modern coins often seek high-grade examples certified by grading services, especially those with exceptional surfaces. The durability of the clad composition ensures that many examples survive, but only a fraction remain in truly excellent condition. Holding this coin connects you to the closing years of the 20th century and the steady continuity of American coin design. While most 1997 Washington quarters in excellent condition are worth only modest premiums above face value, rare high-grade examples or significant mint errors can command impressive attention from collectors. And under extraordinary circumstances involving an exceptional strike or rare mint variety, a single coin like this could astonishingly reach a value of $45,000. Next up, the United States of America Washington quarter-dollar coin from 1993 with the D mint mark in circulated condition, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but carries decades of legacy and surprising potential. The 1993 Washington quarter is part of the long-running Washington quarter series first introduced in 1932. Created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this design became one of the most enduring images in American coinage. By 1993, it had already been circulating for more than 60 years. On the front of the coin, we see the dignified left-facing portrait of George Washington. His profile is calm and steady, symbolizing leadership, courage, and unity. Above his head is the word liberty, boldly displayed, while "I in God we trust" appears beside the portrait. The date 1993 is clearly struck below. Just to the right of the date, you will notice the small D mint mark. This letter tells us that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major United States mint facilities responsible for producing billions of coins for circulation. In circulated condition, this quarter shows signs of real-life use. The high points of Washington's hair may be slightly worn, and the fields may display small contact marks from years of passing through countless hands. Yet this wear tells a story of everyday American commerce. Turning the coin over reveals the classic eagle reverse design that was standard before the state quarters program began in 1999. A strong eagle spreads its wings wide, clutching arrows in its talons. The arrows represent strength and preparedness, powerful symbols rooted in American tradition. Above the eagle, the words United States of America curve along the rim, while E pluribus unum is placed proudly above the bird's head. Below the eagle, the denomination quarter dollar completes the bold and balanced design. In circulated condition, the eagle's feathers may show moderate smoothing, particularly on the chest and wing tips. However, much of the central design often remains clear, especially if the coin avoided heavy damage. The 1993 quarter is composed of a copper core with outer layers of copper-nickel clad. This combination gives the coin its familiar silver appearance while ensuring durability for heavy circulation. The early 1990s were a period of change in the United States. This coin circulated during a time of economic transition, technological advancement, and cultural evolution. It may have been used in vending machines, grocery stores, arcades, or parking meters. Although millions of 1993 D quarters were minted, condition makes all the difference in value. A circulated example is common, but collectors still appreciate well-preserved pieces that retain decent detail and original surfaces. For collectors assembling a complete Washington quarter set, the 1993 D coin is an essential entry. Even in circulated condition, it represents continuity within the series. Some 1993 quarters have been discovered with mint errors. These can include off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die varieties. Error coins are often far more valuable than regular circulation pieces. Examining the coin's edge, you will see the familiar reeded pattern. These fine grooves were originally introduced to prevent clipping of precious metal in earlier silver coins, and they remain a standard security feature today. Because 1993 came just a few years before the state quarters revolution, this coin represents one of the final chapters of the traditional eagle reverse design. Circulated coins carry character. Small scratches and softened details tell a story of movement and exchange, giving each piece a unique personality shaped by time. Collectors often look closely at the quality of the strike. Even circulated coins can have sharp underlying detail if they were strongly struck at the mint. The Denver Mint has long been known for producing large quantities of coins for everyday use. The D mint mark is a reminder of that facility's role in supplying currency across the nation. While most circulated 1993 D quarters are worth only face value, coins in higher grades or with rare characteristics can command more interest. Professional grading services evaluate coins based on wear, luster, strike, and surface preservation. A circulated coin may grade anywhere from good to extremely fine depending on its condition. Sometimes collectors overlook modern clad quarters because they are not silver. However, their historical context and potential for rare varieties keep them relevant in the hobby. The Washington quarter design has become an icon of American currency. Generations have grown up recognizing Washington's profile instantly. Holding a 1993 quarter today is like holding a snapshot of early 1990s America. It represents a time before smartphones, before widespread digital payments, when physical coins dominated daily life. Even in circulated condition, careful storage can preserve the coin's remaining detail and prevent further damage. Collectors who search through rolls of quarters sometimes discover surprisingly sharp examples that escaped heavy wear. These finds can be exciting additions to any collection. As time continues to pass, even modern coins gradually gain historical interest. Decades from now, coins from the 1990s may feel far more nostalgic and collectible than they seem today. The true excitement comes when a seemingly ordinary coin turns out to be a rare variety or exceptionally preserved example. That possibility keeps collectors searching and examining every detail carefully. While the average circulated 1993 D Washington quarter remains worth its standard denomination, under extraordinary circumstances involving a rare error or exceptionally unique condition, such a coin could astonishingly reach a value of $45,000. Next up, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar coin from 1968 without a mint mark, seen here in circulated condition, a coin that may look common but carries a powerful blend of history, design, and hidden potential. The year 1968 was an unforgettable period in American history. It was a time of social change, cultural shifts, and national reflection. Every coin struck in that year passed through the hands of citizens during a transformative era. This Washington quarter was part of everyday life, silently witnessing the events of its time. The Washington quarter design first appeared in 1932, created to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. By 1968, this design had already become an American icon. The portrait of Washington facing left is instantly recognizable, symbolizing strength, leadership, and unity. On the obverse, you see the bold word liberty arched above Washington's head. The phrase "In God We Trust" appears near his portrait, and the date 1968 sits clearly at the bottom. What makes this particular coin interesting is the absence of a mint mark. Beginning in 1968, mint marks were placed on the obverse of coins rather than the reverse. If there is no mint mark visible, it means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia has a long tradition as the first mint of the United States, and coins produced there without a mint mark are part of that historic legacy. In circulated condition, this 1968 quarter shows evidence of real-world use. Washington's hair may appear slightly worn, and the fields may have light scratches or contact marks from years of movement. Yet these details give the coin personality and authenticity. Turning to the reverse side, you will see the majestic eagle with wings spread wide. The eagle holds arrows in its talons, representing strength and readiness. Above it is E pluribus unum, and along the rim reads United States of America. At the bottom, the denomination quarter dollar is boldly displayed. By 1968, the quarter was no longer made of silver. After 1964, rising silver prices led to a change in composition. The 1968 quarter is made of a copper core layered with copper-nickel clad, giving it a silver-like appearance while being more durable and cost-effective. This change in composition marked a new era in American coinage. While some collectors focus heavily on silver coins, clad quarters like the 1968 issue remain important because they represent the modernization of the nation's currency system. Even in circulated condition, collectors pay close attention to detail. The clarity of Washington's facial features, the sharpness of the eagle's feathers, and the overall strike quality all influence desirability. Some 1968 quarters have been discovered with mint errors. These might include double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Error coins can significantly increase value, turning an ordinary quarter into a collector's treasure. The absence of a mint mark sometimes causes confusion among beginners, but seasoned collectors understand that Philadelphia coins traditionally carried no mint mark until later decades. This makes the 1968 no mint mark quarter historically accurate and authentic. When examining a circulated example, light wear on the high points is expected. The cheekbone and jawline of Washington are often the first areas to show smoothing. On the reverse, the eagle's breast feathers may appear flatter. Despite circulation wear, many 1968 quarters survive in respectable condition because of their durable clad composition. This durability helped them withstand decades of daily transactions. The edge of the coin features distinct reading. These ridges were originally designed to prevent the shaving of precious metal, but they remain a standard security feature even after the transition to clad coinage. For collectors building a complete Washington quarter series, the 1968 no mint mark coin is an essential addition. It marks the early years of the clad era and the beginning of mint mark placement on the obverse. The Philadelphia Mint produced a large number of quarters in 1968, which means circulated examples are common. However, coins preserved in higher grades or with minimal wear attract greater attention. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A coin graded fine or very fine will show moderate wear but still retain strong design elements. The better the preservation, the stronger the collector interest. Beyond condition, originality matters. Coins that have not been cleaned or altered are far more desirable. Natural toning and honest wear are often preferred over artificial shine. Collectors also consider eye appeal. Even circulated coins can look attractive if they have even color and balanced wear without major damage. The 1968 quarter connects us to a specific moment in time. It circulated during an era before digital payments, when cash transactions ruled daily life. Each scratch may represent a forgotten purchase or an untold story. Over time, as decades pass, coins from the late 1960s continue to gain nostalgic interest. What once seemed modern gradually becomes historic. Some collectors search through rolls of quarters hoping to find high-grade examples that escaped heavy wear. The thrill of discovery keeps the hobby alive and exciting. While most circulated 1968 quarters without a mint mark remain worth their face value of 25 cents, the true excitement lies in rare varieties, exceptional condition pieces, or dramatic mint errors. Under extraordinary circumstances, such as a rare and verified error combined with outstanding preservation, a 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark could potentially reach an astonishing value of $45,000. Next up, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar coin from 1977 without a mint mark, preserved in good circulated condition, a coin that might look ordinary but carries decades of American legacy within its small silver-colored surface. The Washington Quarter Series began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington. By 1977, this iconic design had already been in circulation for 45 years, becoming one of the most recognizable coins in American history. Generations had grown up seeing this familiar portrait every single day. On the obverse of the 1977 quarter, you will find the strong left-facing portrait of George Washington. His expression appears calm yet determined, representing leadership, stability, and unity. Above his head is the bold word Liberty, while "In God We Trust" is inscribed to the left. The date 1977 rests clearly below his profile. Now here is something important about this coin. There is no mint mark visible near the date. Starting in 1968, mint marks were placed on the obverse of coins. If a 1977 quarter has no mint mark, it means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint facility in the United States. The absence of a mint mark does not mean the coin is rare by itself. In fact, millions of quarters were struck in Philadelphia in 1977. However, understanding mint marks is essential for collectors who carefully examine every detail of their coins. Turning the coin over reveals the classic eagle reverse design that was standard before the state quarters program began in 1999. The eagle stands proudly with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows in its talons. The arrows symbolize readiness and strength. Above the eagle's head, the motto E pluribus unum is clearly displayed. Around the rim, United States of America forms a strong arch, while the denomination quarter dollar is placed boldly at the bottom. The design is balanced and powerful, reflecting traditional American imagery. By 1977, The quarter was firmly part of the clad coinage era. After 1964, the United States stopped using silver in circulating quarters. The 1977 quarter is made of a copper core with outer layers of copper nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance but increased durability. In good circulated condition, this coin shows honest wear from years of use. Washington's hair details may appear smoother, and the highest points of the eagle's feathers might be softened. Small scratches and contact marks are natural for coins that have changed hands thousands of times. But circulated condition does not mean the coin lacks charm. In fact, many collectors appreciate circulated pieces because they tell a story. Each mark and bit of wear reflects real-life transactions in stores, gas stations, and vending machines. The year 1977 was part of a unique era in American history. It was a time before the internet, before digital payments, when physical cash dominated everyday life. This quarter likely passed through countless wallets and cash registers during that period. Collectors often examine the strike quality of 1977 quarters. Even circulated coins can show strong underlying detail if they were sharply struck at the mint. A well-struck coin retains clearer features even after moderate wear. Another exciting aspect of collecting is the possibility of mint errors. Some 1977 quarters have been found with double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks. These unusual errors can dramatically increase value. The edge of the coin features reading, the small ridges that circle the side. Originally introduced to prevent the shaving of precious metal, reading remains a security feature even in clad coinage. Although the 1977 no-mint mark quarter is common in circulated grades, condition makes a major difference. Coins graded fine or very fine retain more detail and are more desirable than heavily worn examples. Original surfaces are extremely important to collectors. Coins that have not been cleaned or polished maintain higher appeal and value. Cleaning can damage the natural surface and reduce collectability. Eye appeal also plays a key role. Even in good condition, a coin with even wear and pleasant color can stand out compared to one with heavy scratches or discoloration. Philadelphia mint coins without mint marks connect collectors directly to the nation's first mint facility. This historical connection adds another layer of interest to the coin. While most 1977 quarters in circulated condition are worth only face value, collectors continue to search rolls and coin jars hoping to discover something extraordinary. Sometimes a coin may appear ordinary at first glance but reveal a rare die variety under magnification. Close inspection is always worthwhile in the world of coin collecting. As decades pass, coins from the 1970s gradually become more nostalgic. What was once everyday change slowly transforms into a historical artifact representing a specific era. For those building a complete Washington quarter collection, the 1977 no-mint mark coin is a necessary addition. It represents the steady continuation of the series before major design changes arrived in later decades. The thrill of coin collecting lies in the possibility that hidden among common pieces could be a rare and valuable example. That excitement keeps collectors engaged year after year. While the majority of circulated 1977 Washington quarters without a mint mark remain valued at 25 cents, rare error coins or exceptionally preserved examples can command significantly higher prices in the collector market. Under extraordinary conditions involving a dramatic mint error or an unusually high-grade circulated example verified by professionals, a 1977 Washington quarter without a mint mark could potentially reach a remarkable value of $45,000.